Addressing organizational safety challenges is every bit as important as addressing technical challenges. There has been significant pressure to deploy, and in response, there was a flurry of empty driver's seat demos in late 2020. Some of those empty driver's seat demos were hopefully from teams that thought they were ready to deploy. But some of them might have been from teams that felt pressure to show a demo before the end of the calendar year to meet milestones, funding deadlines, or for other reasons that were really not about we're ready to deploy safely, but rather we have to deploy because a certain date has arrived. This leads to the question, can the teams take the time they need to really be safe? Another organizational safety challenge has to do with industry transparency. Right now, the industry for automated vehicles is notorious for not wanting to share any information outside the organization. At some point, the airline industries realized that they needed to collaborate to achieve industry safety rather than compete. Long term, the automotive industry will also need to collaborate on safety, and the question is how long it will take that industry to get there. One of the reasons to collaborate on safety and have transparency is to maintain public trust in the face of an adverse news event. Eventually, there will be large-profile adverse news events involving this technology, and the question will be, will the public have enough trust that the industry can ride through those news events, or will the public trust have been so eroded that it only takes one bad news event to significantly impair the industry? The answer to that question is up to the industry and how much transparency it displays before any adverse news event has a chance to occur. Finally, it's important to ensure a robust safety culture in the companies building and operating the technology. There are some culture clashes going on behind the scenes that are relevant to this. A significant one is the robotics culture, which is traditionally a research and low-scale operation culture, meeting the automotive engineering culture. The roboticists understand the advanced technology, but for the most part have very little experience in high-scale deployment safety. The automotive engineering culture has experience in high-scale safety, but does not necessarily understand the complex technology behind vehicle automation. A related but different set of cultures that are meeting are the Silicon Valley move fast and break things culture, which is not accustomed to building systems that have life-critical safety implications, with the automotive culture, which is accustomed to life-critical safety, but it's traditionally relied on having a human driver to clean up any loose ends. Both of those cultures put together are then combined with no human driver to clean up the loose ends, significantly changing the approach that's required for safety on top of the need to merge those two rather different development cultures.